Are you enjoying the journey, or are you just waiting to feel happy once you've reached your destination? By that, I mean, are you actually enjoying your life, waking up every day, doing what you're doing? Or are you waiting for that moment where you've reached it, where you've hit your targets, where you're living the life that you've been dreaming of? And then and only then will you consider yourself allowed to be happy. Welcome back to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. I'm Sanj, and I'm happy to have you here with me today. And you know that there's one thing I'm passionate about, and that is to help you make the mindset shifts that take you from merely surviving in life to truly thriving. If you get something from this episode, please leave me a rating or a review, share it with someone, or just send me a DM with maybe a topic that you would like me to discuss. Today's episode is all about a concept that can be absolutely life-changing if you let it sink in. Today I'm going to be talking about why life is not about the pursuit of happiness. I'm going to be talking about why life is actually the happiness in the pursuit. So there's a quote that sets a tone for today's topic, and that is: success is a journey. It's not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome. And that's a quote by Arthur Ashe. And we live in a world where it's constantly telling us to focus on the end goal. When you've got that car, when you've got that house, when you've got that Rolex, that wardrobe, the £1,000 clothes, the £10,000 jewelry and all this stuff. But what if I told you that actually the happiness and the fulfillment, they don't magically appear when you reach that finish line? Sorry to burst your bubble, but what if I told you that it's actually the path that you take, the journey itself, that really shapes who you are and what brings meaning to your life? It's going to be that happiness in the pursuit of your goal. That is where you're going to find a happy life. And today I'm going to be talking about why we feel that hitting the goals will bring us happiness, but that happiness is only fleeting. I'm going to be talking about why life is actually lived in the journey, not in the destination. And I'm going to be giving you ways to start enjoying your journey. Imagine if you woke up every day rather than thinking, I'm not there yet, I can't be happy until I'm there yet. You wake up every day and you're grateful for what you've got, for where you are, how far you've come, and you're excited to get going every single day to get to your goal. So let's start off with this, what is a pretty much universal experience, and that is a feeling of excitement and satisfaction that you think you'll get once you've reached your big goal. It's common. We all have those goals we're chasing. We all have those dreams that we want to fulfill. Whether it's a promotion at work, a fitness milestone, buying that dream home, having that ideal family, that perfect family. But there's a common belief, and that is once you reach that goal, you'll feel complete. You'll feel whole. You'll feel happy. Your life will be perfect. But the reality is that feeling of happiness is only a brief feeling. How many times have you bought something? Say you used to dream of having the latest iPhone, and then you bought the latest iPhone. You felt really good for a day. Then the next day you felt a little bit less good. A week later, it became a nothing feeling to you. You get a dopamine boost when you achieve your goal, and that's that feeling that you're looking for. But the boost only lasts a couple of days. Then you're right back to your baseline level of happiness. And this is actually known as the arrival fallacy. And it's an illusion that we trick ourselves into, that once we reach a certain milestone, we'll be permanently happier. But in reality, it doesn't work that way. Your life is not going to be all magical, sunshine and rainbows when you actually get the car you want, the house you want. Yeah, it will be nice, but after a while, it's just going to be your house. It's just going to be your car. And the thing is when you're only focused on the outcome, you end up placing all of your hopes for happiness on that single moment of achievement. But your life doesn't stop there. When you achieve it, you still keep going. And so many people, after hitting a big goal, they just feel empty because they've been waiting for so long to reach that goal. And then they ask themselves, what's next? Because they've only been prepared to be happy at that finish line, not along the way. So when they hit that finish line, when you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, then you're like, well, I now need to go for the next thing. So there's one solution, and that is to detach from the results and find joy in the actual journey of achieving your goal. As I said, the happiness is in the pursuit. And your whole life is actually happening in the now. It's a collection of present moments. You have no past, you have no future. Your life is just present moments. Your past is just present moments which you remember. Your future is going to be present moments that you live. So yes, we all have goals, we all have ambitions, but the truth is that your actual lives are spent on the path to those goals, not just at the end of them. So imagine this, you're on a road trip with your family, you're driving across the country to the perfect holiday spot. Now, if all you cared about was arriving, you could miss the beautiful landscapes, you could miss the fun stops along the way, the deep conversations that you have in the car, all those memories being made. And then by the time, sure, you're excited, but actually some of the real value of that trip was in those moments along the way to your destination. Yeah, those moments, those jokes, those conversations, that actual time together. And the same goes for your life goals, whether it's advancing your career, building a business, becoming a better dad, husband, friend. Yeah, the growth and joy aren't just waiting for you at the finish line. They're unfolding each step of the way. Each day when you wake up, you've got another opportunity to actually be the best dad you can, be the best husband, be the best friend. You got the chance to grow, to experience joy. The same thing goes for your life goals. Whether it's you advancing your career, you're building a business, you're becoming a better dad, a better husband, a more understanding friend, the growth, the joy, all of that aren't just waiting for you at that end, at that finish line. No, they're unfolding every step of the way. Because when you focus on enjoying the process, you're going to have higher levels of life satisfaction because you're not waiting till the end. Yeah. If you're just sitting there waiting till you're that perfect person, you're living that perfect life until you can feel happy, you're not going to feel that joy, that meaning in the day-to-day journey. And that's where your life is lived, in that day-to-day journey. That's where you're living fully. That's what makes a fulfilling life, not a single moment of achievement, not once you've got that degree, not once you've bought that house, that car, that you've built that business. It's that journey. When you actually start to appreciate the journey, you end up living with a sense of peace, with a sense of satisfaction, and that is sustainable because it's rooted in the present, in the current moment, not some future outcome that you're just waiting for. So if you want to start enjoying the journey, start doing things. So here are 5 things that you can do. You can implement them today. Number 1 is set some process-oriented goals instead of just outcome-orientated ones. Yeah, instead of setting goals like I want to lose 20 pounds or I want to make 100,000 pounds, try setting goals around the habits and the processes to get you there. Aim to work out something like three times a week, or set a small amount of every month. Save a small amount of money every month. When you focus on the process rather than the outcome, you're more likely to stick with your goals. If you say to yourself, you want to lose 20 pounds, yeah, that's great. But if you say to yourself, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week, you hit that 3 times a week, you're not going to have lost 20 pounds in a week. No, but you're going to be like, yeah, I hit my goal. I hit 3 times a week. That's what kept me motivated. That kept me going. As I said, when you focus on the process rather than the outcome, you're more likely to stick with your goals because you'll find satisfaction in those small wins along the way. The next thing you can do is you can practice daily gratitude. This is one of the quickest ways to appreciate your journey. Develop a daily gratitude habit. Spend some time just thinking about what you're grateful for, writing down what you're grateful for. Sit there with your kids around the table, with your family around the table, and talk about one thing that made your day, one thing you're grateful for, something that taught you. And by doing that with your kids, you're actually going to start instilling it in them, and they're going to start focusing on the good things that happen in your life. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be like, oh yeah, the fact you got moments with your kids, the fact you had a really good cup of coffee, you had a drink with a mate and caught up for the first time in however long. When you practice gratitude, it brings more positivity in your life because you're focused on the positive things that are around you. The next thing is to celebrate your small wins. I say it a lot, just do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you haven't reached your goal straight away, but on your journey to reaching your goal, those small wins are the things that are going to keep you coming back for more. It's going to build up your momentum and it's going to remind you that actually you are making progress. Next thing is surround yourself with positive and growth-minded people. Yeah, the people around you make a huge impact on your life. So if you're sitting there with negative people, you're actually going to find that you're actually feeling negative too. But if you've got people around you who are loving life, who are doing what they can, who are making the most of it, yeah, these are the people who are going to show you actually life can be great fun. The journey is worth savoring. And the final thing is practice mindfulness. Do some meditation. Just spend some time out in nature and just enjoy being there. When you actually just start practicing mindfulness, it can reduce your stress. It can increase your satisfaction. When you're mindful, you can appreciate the journey and live with intention. And when you actually start doing these things, when you start putting these into practice, you actually start to notice a positive impact of detaching from the results. Because you're going to be happier because you're living in that. Rather than living in that, I'll be happy when mentality, you're actually going to be finding joy in your everyday moments. And this shift will make your life so much richer, so much happier. You'll experience more growth because when you're focused on the journey, you're more open to learning from every experience rather than that rush to get to your destination. And you're also going to, and as always, this mindset shift will actually impact your relationships because when you're focused on the journey, you're more present for the people around you, your spouse, your kids, your friends. So instead of seeing the relationship as something that just serves a purpose or to reach an outcome, you can appreciate them as a meaningful parts of your life. So in short, detaching from your results and enjoying the journey doesn't just make you happier, it makes you more present, it makes you more fulfilled, and it actually makes you more successful in everything that you do. So are you living each day waiting for the destination, or are you truly appreciating the journey? My challenge for you this week is start noticing those small moments, the ones that might otherwise pass you by. Whether it's just having a laugh with your kids, a win at work, catching up with someone, a quiet morning in, just pause, take a breath, appreciate it, and remind yourself that it's in these moments what your life is. Thank you so much for tuning in to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. If today's episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who may need this reminder. Remember, it's not about just where you're going. It's about enjoying every single step along the way. So if you want to start wanting better, thinking better, and being better, you want a community around you to start pushing you to become the best version of yourself, holding you accountable to help you change your life and actually supporting you too. Drop me a DM on @just.live.coaching on Instagram and I'll send you the link to my Facebook community. So until next time, keep thriving and enjoy the journey. Thank you.